Hello, KineLight family. Welcome to the channel where we explore the dark and sinister world of cinema. From tearjerkers to psychological thrillers, 2014 gave us films that pack a punch even now. Buckle up. Here are the top 10 films that made a decade. Let's start. Number 10, Selma. Let's begin this list with a movie that doesn't merely retread history, it brings it back to life. Selma is not your typical biopic. It doesn't attempt to sentimentalize the civil rights movement or inundate you with textbook schmaltz. Rather, it takes you by the back of the neck and runs you through the fire of 1965 Alabama. March by march, step by step. David Oyelowo as Martin Luther King Jr. doesn't mimic, he becomes. His orations don't resound with the cadence of learned historical oratory. They explode with passion, urgency, grief. You can hear the breaking of his voice, not as acting technique, but as a man bearing the burden of leadership and of fear. This film does not portray King as an infallible saint. It shows him human, flawed, exhausted, cornered, but impenetrable. Ava DuVernay is restrained when the situation requires restraint, and passionate when the situation requires it. Each scene is a protest in progress. It's not one march, it's all the marches, past, present, and future. Every voice raised, every baton lowered, every bleeding foot on the sidewalk of progress. And when the credits finish rolling, you don't just see the movement, you feel like you were a part of it. If you ever asked yourself, what can one person do? Selma is your answer. Number 9, Snowpiercer. Think about it. Mankind's greatest hope isn't an underground shelter or a world 1,000 light years off. It's a train racing across a barren, icy wasteland, scooping up the last remnants of civilization in its cold, unforgiving arms. Sounds like sci-fi? It is, but it's also a grim mirror of our own reality. Snowpiercer is a crazy, genre-defying roller coaster that combines action, social commentary, and dystopia into one cold, unrelenting ride. Bong Joon-ho, who would go on to direct Parasite, is behind the film that's set entirely on a train that's split by class. The poor in the rear, the rich up front. And in between, a hall of chaos. Chris Evans plays Curtis, a reluctant hero who doesn't want to be a hero, but is. His evolution from the squalid, overcrowded back cars to the decadent, morally corrupt front cars is one of travel through the train and through the human condition. But beneath the action and pageantry is a chilling message. What do we pay in order to have order? How far will we go to maintain structure, even if it requires trampling on others? Snowpiercer doesn't provide you with simple solutions. It challenges you to think about inequality, about power, about the systems we have faith in, even when they fail us. At the conclusion of the credits, you may find yourself sitting in stunned silence thinking, which compartment of the train am I in? Number 8, Edge of Tomorrow. Ever had a do-over moment in life? Now take that and do that during a war against aliens. That's Edge of Tomorrow, a film that on paper sounds straightforward. Guy relives same day in war, yet becomes one of the most groundbreaking and replay-worth sci-fi action movies of the past few years. Tom Cruise stars as Major William Cage, a suave PR man who has never gone to battle in his life. He's arrogant, soft, not war material. But when he's deployed on a mission behind enemy lines, he is killed, only to wake up again and relive the day repeatedly. It's Groundhog Day, but with armor suits, bombs, and guns. But it's not that. It's a tale of transformation, one of strength gained, not one that is bestowed upon you. Emily Blunt plays the tough-as-nails warrior who herself endured the same loop, and now teaches Cruise's character in a brutal boot camp of repetition. Each time he dies, he learns something. Each time he reboots, he improves. The timing's quick, the jokes stick, and the spark between the leads snaps. But what really sets Edge of Tomorrow apart is the way it uses repetition, not as a trick, but as a metaphor, for persistence, for determination, for the belief that greatness is not built. It's hammered out in the fire of failure, of pain, and of relentless striving. By the time you finish, you're not only rooting them on to victory, you've fought the battle yourself, and like Cage, you've been changed. Number 7, Whiplash. Whiplash does not plead for your attention, it demands it. From its first drum beat, it grabs on and won't let go. You're in the cramped, strained world of a music conservatory, where rehearsal is not rehearsal, it's war. Miles Teller depicts Andrew, a young jazz drummer with untapped talent and an obsession that borders on hunger. He doesn't desire to be great or good, just the best. Enter J.K. Simmons as Terrence Fletcher, a jazz conductor so intimidating, so sadistic, and so captivating that you can't turn away. The relationship between these two is not one of teacher and student. It's one of predator and prey. It's one of genius and drive. Each scene is a game of psychological chess, enacted to the beat of bleeding hands and shattered drumsticks. In the final 10 minutes, pure cinema. No dialogue needed, just rhythm, perspiration, and an acting performance that's a life and death struggle. You'll have your breath caught, your heart will be racing, and then it's finished. You won't know whether you should applaud or cry. Whiplash isn't a music movie. It's about sacrifice, pain, and the fine line between greatness and devastation. And once you've heard that last beat, look for it to be stuck in your head for days. Number 6. The Grand Budapest Hotel. Welcome to the offbeat and quirky world of Wes Anderson. The Grand Budapest Hotel is not a film. It's a gorgeous tear cake, full of color, style, and offbeat charm. Set in a fictional European country on the brink of war, the film follows Monsieur Gustave H., a hardworking hotel concierge with a love of poetry, older women, and correct service protocols. Ralph Fiennes brings him to life with exquisite balance of flair and absurdity. It's narrated through stories within stories, first by a young writer, then by an old one. It's a nesting doll of tragedy, loveliness, and nostalgia. With each carefully constructed frame, you feel like you're reading the pages of an animated picture book. But underlying the playfulness is genuine emotion, undercurrents of loyalty, memory, and passing of ages. It's what we cling to when the world as we know it no longer exists. It's humorous, it's tragic, and like a good hotel, it's a place you'll want to return to. Number 5, Boyhood. What does growing up really look like? Not just the birthdays or graduations, but the silent moments, the long drives, the fights over dinner, the quiet heartbreaks and unexpected joys that shape a life. Boyhood captures it all. Not with flashbacks, not with makeup, but with time itself. Richard Linklater took the daring risk and directed the same cast in 12 years to illustrate one boy's life from age 6 to 18. Eller Coltrane is Mason, and as we see him grow, fall, love, and wonder at the world, we don't observe him, we recall. Ethan Hawke and Patricia Arquette are excellent parents trying their best. Boyhood isn't boisterous, but it resounds. It doesn't demand attention, but it grips you. It's a time capsule, a mirror. And when it's over, you feel like you've lived another life. Number 4, Nightcrawler. There is a kind of film that won't scare you with creatures, but with human beings. Nightcrawler is one of them. And Lou Bloom? He is the kind of person you never ever want to meet. Jake Gyllenhaal disappears into this part. Sunken cheeks, bug eyes, plastic smile. He finds he can get paid to shoot crime scenes, but eventually shooting isn't enough. He begins manipulating the news, blurring the lines, then eliminating them. Nightcrawler is a brutal attack on tabloid journalism. It's not a horror movie, but it will unsettle you. Because individuals like Lou, they don't get arrested. They get promoted. Number 3, Interstellar. Some movies transport you somewhere. Others transport you across the universe. Interstellar does both, and then deposits you squarely in your own heart. Christopher Nolan's science fiction odyssey is more than wormholes and black holes. It's a tale of love, time, sacrifice, and desperation to save those you care about, even if that means sacrificing yourself to leave them behind. The science is dense. Nolan challenges you. But amidst the theory and spectacle lies raw emotion. That bookshelf scene, the planet where minutes equal years. Zimmer's score pressing against your chest like gravity. By the time you're done, you won't only know space, you'll feel it. Number 2, Birdman. What does one do when the limelight dims? Birdman is a maelstrom of ego, remorse, and creative fixation. Michael Keaton gives a meta turn as Regan Thompson, a has-been superhero star struggling to demonstrate he remains relevant. Shot in a style that mimics one continuous, uninterrupted shot, the film never lets you breathe. It's frantic, poetic, and unsettling. Birdman takes the glamour of fame and strips away the insecurity that lies underneath. And by the end, you have no idea what's real and what's not. But you'll know one thing, it's brilliant. Number 1, Gone Girl. And lastly, Gone Girl. A game changer in the thriller genre, David Fincher directs a masterclass in storytelling, and Rosamund Pike is a master of psychological manipulation. What starts as a case of missing persons becomes an excavation of marriage, media, and modern identity. It's sharp, it's bold, and it doesn't flinch. The conclusion doesn't console, it lingers. And there you have it on the top 10 unforgettable 2014 movies. Which one left your mind in overdrive? Or did we forget your favorite? Leave a comment in the comment section, give that thumbs up, and subscribe to KineLight for more in-depth analysis into the world of film. Until then, keep your eyes open, your ears listening, and your popcorn fresh.